I know I'm an important person, but to have a guest on that has been responsible for the lives of people like Celine Dion, Mary J. Blige, James Caan, Janet Jackson, Johnny Depp, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, Samuel Jackson, and the list goes on. I feel like this guy knows a thing about life, knows a thing about protecting people, knows a thing about fitness, knows a thing about health. I am excited to have the one and only Marlon Long on with us today. He has launched a new product called the OX1. It is revolutionizing health, fitness, training. Guys, stay tuned because we're going to have a good time today on the Empower Hour.
I think this is deep.
Welcome to the Empower Hour. We bring power to the people because the people have the power. This squad's going to entertain, enlighten, and empower y'all. I'm Queen Kaya, joined by Pharaoh Hammond Freeman and Gina the Great. But before we do anything else, like always, we're going to bless this show and our kings and queens listening.
Blessed melanated rising, my people. I am so grateful to life. I'm grateful to God, our creator. I'm grateful to our ancestors for creating another opportunity for us to be able to get on here today. And I just ask that the time that we spend, let it be very productive. Let it be uplifting. Let it be fun. Most importantly, let it be empowering for each and every one of our listeners. And I'm sending out that spirit of love, light, unity, strength, great health, peace, wealth, success, joy. Did I miss any? Did I say love already? Because I want to make sure you guys get that love. Hotep, amen, ashe, aibobo. Guys, we are having a special episode today. Grand Rising Queens, how are you all doing?
Ashe.
So now, guys, I'm excited for today's show. We have a live audience joining us today. I'm looking forward to having them join us during our trivia. We're going to take a quick break, and then we will be back.
Parlay with the people.
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 Parlay with the people. Parlay with the people.
Parlay with the people.
Parlay with the people, y'all.
So beautiful people, we are back. So like I had mentioned at the top of the show, we have a very special guest with us. He's been taking care of people's lives, some real important lives. He's a very innovative person. He's a very caring person. He's a person that has vision. And this product that he has produced and that he's going to be talking about today is, I have to say, just from I watched my son using it. I've heard so many success stories from it. It's a product that I feel once each and every person has one in their household, we could basically tell ourselves we're living healthier lives. I am excited to introduce our brother, my uncle, Marlon Long. Welcome to the Empower Hour, and thanks for being on with us on Parlay with the People. How are ya?
Thanks for having me. Appreciate your invite. And to who don't know me, my name is Marlon Long. I'm the creator of the OX1 and the president of Longlife Athletics. I have my team here. They'll introduce themselves.
I'll go first. My name is Madeleine. I'm the head trainer for the OX1 classes. So I fell in love with the OX1 the first time I tried it, and been teaching classes, private and group classes as well, for a couple of years now, actually.
And I'm Perry Koziris, director of science and education for the team. And if Marlon wants me, I'll let him kind of give a bit more of our history, how I came to get involved. But simply I'll say, as he was developing it, I was kind of amazed at how good the thing was that I had to get involved in some way.
Amazing. Thank you. Well, glad having you here. Glad having you here as well, Madeleine.
Thanks for having us.
And we have Damien.
Yes, hi everybody. My name is Damien Chilcott. I am a director of the AG Academy, which is a basketball program and development program for kids between the ages of 5 to 17. I basically do mentorship as well, and I keep these kids active socially and just academically as well. I met Marlon a few months ago, pretty much at the same time I met your son, Pharaoh, and he had showed me the product, and I absolutely loved it. I tried it. I did the workouts. I died from doing the workouts, but it was fun, and it actually gave me a boost. So that's why I said I need to jump on and try to be a part of it as well. So that's why I'm here.
That's what it is. So now, so this is beautiful, and I'm excited because it's good to have a team on here. So now all our listeners know how I like to get down. So before we even dive into the product and into the business, we like to just get an idea of the story. What got you guys here? Who are you guys behind the business?
What got me here is basically the old job I used to do. I didn't have much time for myself, so basically everything I have to do, I have to figure out how to do it as efficiently as possible. And training was part of what I've done all my life. So when you're running around in hotels and on planes, and you don't have a lot of time, you got to figure out a way to make things work. So started off basically training with a towel, when I did have a chance to go to the gym, I had to figure out how to condense my workout. So I used to spend a lot of time on my core. And so I came up with my first product literally to save my shoes, because I used to put 40-pound, 50-pound, 60-pound dumbbells holding between my feet and try to do knee raises and things for my core. And at some point, they start to hurt your feet. So basically I designed the heart and soul of the product, which is called the stacker, to help me be able to lift that weight easier. So basically it's a foot harness, and you can put dumbbells in them to allow you to safely and quickly change weights. So that took me a little while to figure out design, get made. So I used that for a while, but it didn't give me as much range that I needed, for the rest of my body. So then started trying to figure out how to implement it and add on different things. So I changed it a little bit to be able to not only wear on my feet, but also to wear around my waist. And then I put a series of connections, and then added resistance bands. And it took a long time to get the bands to the proper length that allowed me to get full range and feel the full weight of each band and so forth. So everything that I did was to make it obviously work well, but also for it to be really efficient.
I have to bring some attention here, because now first, and you're saying it really casually, you kind of graze over just the job that you had prior, protecting people's lives, is a big deal. And your attention to detail is super important. And I also want to bring the fact that what you're talking about is not a product that you found. It's not a product that you're like, yeah, this worked for what I need. It's something that out of your mind, out of assessing a need that was developed, like you had it first, and then it was something that could revolutionize how we work out. You created this. So and I like to take the time to highlight these kind of things, because it's not to be taken lightly, to take the time to actually produce something, go through the work of having it patented, going through the work of having it actually produced by the engineers and this and that and third. It's no easy feat. So guys, again, I should have had my applause queued up. I keep forgetting to queue up the applause when it's necessary, but I'm gonna give you some right now, because I think it's worth the applause, it's worth the effort, and because of the fact that I know the product itself, once the people get a hold of it, like we've heard Damien talk about it briefly, but once the people get a hold of it, they're going to see really what it has done. So I'm sorry, I did want to just take a moment. I'm big on giving people the flowers when they're here to smell them. So that's just what I do. So all right, so sorry, so you're saying.
So basically, long story short, I just made it a system to help me train anywhere, like on the plane. Like, by the way, it's jets, so we're allowed to stretch out a little bit. So on the plane, in hotels, on tour buses, wherever I went, I was able to train. So it gave me that efficiency that I needed.
I'm sorry, guys. One more thing. On topic, off topic. So what was it like working with Celine Dion and stuff like that? Can we just no, I just want
you really
it's I have to ask the question. No, because honestly, guys, I just don't find I'm giving it enough attention. It's a big deal. You had $1 million lives in your hands. I know we're just grazing over. Come on, the people want to know.
I think that's another segment for another.
I'm just saying. Okay, all right, fine. I'll digress on it. I'm just saying, guys, it's like you're kind of like you're a celebrity to me, like you're like you graced the presidents. Weren't you a Kanye West celebrity too? Anyways,
Yeah.
I'll digress. So now, sorry. So now you realize you have this amazing product. It's just revolutionizing how we're training, how we're working out. What brought us to where we are right now? How did now the company develop? How did you bring all these amazing people around? Where do we go from here?
Again, when I built it for myself. But as I used it, I felt that it could be, applied to a lot of different things. And the more I thought about it, the wider the demographic got that it could actually help. So we have, like Madeleine said, we have online classes. We actually started it off. Well, actually, I'll let Madeleine tell you. We started it off as a testing scenario.
Yeah. You want me to say it now? So, as Marlon was saying, the classes started as a testing scenario. We gave out a few sets and told people you can keep it for 2 weeks and try the classes, and so we can fine tune it. And I would say that 90% of the people after 2 weeks would say, you think I can continue with that? Like, is there a way I can, buy this and continue? And so some people stayed with us and are still with us since the beginning because they really enjoyed it. So
we
Sample? Can you show us a sample?
show you a sample of the product.
Yeah.
Right now, I don't think any of us actually have it right next to us.
Okay.
All right. While we're talking, I'll share my screen. I'll show it. Mm-hmm.
But if you go to longlifeathletics.com, you can see a lot about it.
Oh, Gina has hers.
Gina has her set. That's right.
Sure do.
Longlifeathletics.com.
Yeah. So we actually, she tells the story, but when we finished the testing, we literally, obviously thanked everybody and whatever, and they were like, cool, and everybody gave little input about what they thought. So we gathered all that information, and then the next question was, okay, so when's the next class? And we were like, oh no, this like, it was only for this long, and they're like, what? So this is 2 years later, and they're still, we're still giving classes to some of those same people.
So now, for our listeners,
she's got the original.
So for our listeners, I wanna take a moment just to kind of unpack it a notch, okay? Because we have and again, I think for something like this, for a person like Dr. Joan, who is on the road often and in the hotels, it is an opportunity where she can train. I know that's why she's asking in real life. She's like, where is it? Where can I order it? And I'm down to try it. So so if you could just break it down for our listeners, like, what is the actual OX1? What and I guess audibly break it down so people could get a visual in their head.
Well, it's a combination of, basically, if you buy the basic set versus the so something's going on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Basically, it's a breakdown of 19 to 25 pieces in the set.
Wow.
That you can put together, and basically you're the body anchor. So you can anchor it to yourself with the stacker, and it allows you to go through all of the exercises from squats to bench press for your chest, shoulder presses for your shoulders, tricep extensions. Basically, all of the exercises you can do. You just set it up into different places to wear around your waist, or you can wear it on your feet, or you can wear it on your shoulders. So it allows you to do all the exercises possible. It also, you have wrist straps. So if you want to do pull-ups, it actually assists you to help you to do pull-ups when it's around your waist. And if you want to do dips, like in gyms, they have dip machines, that cost you like $10,000 that you kneel on, and it helps you to go up and down. But you can set up the OX1 where you put your knees on, you attach it to the handles, you put your knees on it, and again, depending on the amount of bands you use, it allows you to do assisted dips. So
In other words, if you can't handle your own body weight, it'll take up some of that body weight, so you actually feel lighter to your muscles, so you can actually do the movement. Whereas otherwise, if you didn't have that and you were just depending on your body weight, without the fancy, multi-$1,000 machine, then you'd be stuck. You might only be able to do a couple of reps, and it would be a kind of a peak strength exercise for you. Whereas, instead, maybe you were trying to do something that was more for, closer to muscular endurance. You'd like to do 12, 15 reps or something. So it gives you that option to modify. So kind of the reverse, instead of using various combinations of bands to give yourself different levels of loading resistance for your other exercises, here you can take the same approach and you say, well, I weigh 180 pounds, I can only handle 150. Well, I'll use the combination of bands that will remove those 30 pounds so I can do my full set that I would like to do. Is that about right?
What I like about this.
Beautifully said. Beautifully said. That's why you're here.
Yeah.
Just take a quick positive cause just to shout out our homegirls, Kemba and Andrea from Keen Real Estate Group. Whenever you're thinking real estate, whenever you're thinking investments, whenever you're thinking about planning for the long term, think Keen Real Estate Group. They're generating wealth for generations. KeenGroup.ca. If your goal is to purchase a car and to make the process as simple as possible, just get a car broker, guys. You just get a car broker. Big shout out to our homeboy, Hamsdale Jacques, the owner of HJCourtierAuto.com. That's HJCourtierAuto.com. If you're a small to medium-sized business and you're getting started and you're ready to go to that next level, what do you need? You need a phone line and you need a website. Think Mainstream Digicom. They got all your telecommunication needs checked. MainstreamDigicom.com. You're trying to get out on the web. You're trying to understand how to navigate through ads. Check out Java Logics for all your marketing, your digital marketing. Where would we be without Preston? I don't even know. Check out Java Logics. I give thanks to Preston for what he's done for the OFC. The amount of positive reviews we've gotten from all his referrals, we're proud to stand behind his work. Check out javalogics.com. No, it's not just because he's my brother. It's because you can't talk hip-hop in Montreal without saying M City Solo. Guys, check out his latest project, In My Fields, available on mcitysolo.com. If it's not one of the hardest new EPs to hit Montreal, come and let me know. You already know. It's your boy, Pharaoh, bigging up, mcitysolo.com. Keeping the culture alive. I gotta give thanks to West Can Folk Performing Company. For the last 40 years plus, they've been promoting our culture through song, drum, and dance, educating youth, the children, the seniors. Just check them out, westcanfolk.com.
Girl, what are you cooking?
My curry chicken.
Ooh, you're burning it.
Oh, gosh, it looks so...
It's okay, girl. You need the Curry House. They have the best Caribbean food in town. 2 locations in Montreal, West Island, and Côte-de-Neige. For more information, follow Caribbean Curry House, MTL. Don't forget to mention the Empower Hour for your 10% discount.
So, who placed in the order?
Me.
DeVito, WizKid, Burna Boy. Those are just some of the big names that's blessed Montreal thanks to Afrobeats Montreal. Definitely check out Afrobeats MTL for all concerts, show listings, everything that has to do with Afrobeats in the city. Check out Afrobeats MTL. One full circle. We are the Melanated Community Resource Hub and Network. What does that mean? We're here for each other. What I like the safety aspect of this, because I'm looking at this and I'm like, the amount of, like, I'm just thinking the world of possibilities, but it's just like the amount of even seniors that need to stay active, and I don't know, and the people who go to the gym, it's a way where I think it's a conversation I might even have had with you, Marlon, where you're educating me even on the power of resistance bands. Like resistance bands was one of the first things that was used to really help people to train. So I love the way it's set up and the efficiency of it too.
If I could just add to that, you said seniors, right? But a while back, I went to this company and they took like a reading of my system, and they were like, to see how your body's functioning. And they told me I'm 73. So I could use this to limber up a little bit and stuff. I got no business sounding like a bag of chips when I wake up in the morning. And this sounds like something I could use, because you got to start somewhere. And I like this. I love this. I love the way that it sounds. And when I see the pictures, that's even more motivation, because it lets me know that, you can start anywhere. So I love that. I love
Absolutely.
that you saying the words, because it resonates with my spirit. Because I've seen Greer Childers and all kinds of folks on TV, and it didn't make me feel like I feel right now. But this might be the one, y'all. This might be it.
Well, you should on the homepage of the website, if you go down, there's an actual training class with Kim Richardson. I don't know if you know her. She's a singer. So basically, she started training with us from a chair, and you can see all her journey. I think is about 4-5 months that she trained with us.
Yes.
Up to Christmas, basically. She did longer, but on that video, you'll see basically days by days as she goes by, and her hitting her benchmarks, and letting us know how she felt at Christmas. It was pretty powerful.
Yeah, so that is dope. So and I know I'm reading the commentary. I see it's like a gym in a bag. So, sorry, Madeline, were you about to add something?
No, I agreed.
So now, where we are right now, because it's something we have been talking health within the community. We're talking fitness. Now, I'm big on these call to actions, but I would like for the community to try this out. I would like for the community to explore the product. I would like people to try the product, give feedback on what they think about the product. So let's dive in now. What's the process? How do we go about this? Once they purchase the product, what can they expect? Where do we go from here?
Well, if you go to the site, basically, at some point, Mr. Farrell will give you his promo code, so you can get 20% off. You purchase the product. From there, you can book a one-on-one online class. Basically, it's going to help you with your orientation and your strength chart. I think Damon commented about his orientation and strength chart that we did. We did a little workout.
Orientation. That was hell, man. You put me through hell week right there. One workout, man. I was dying.
You wanted to show the kids, so I had to give you a little extra.
I wanted to show them. I didn't want to do it. I wanted.
No. If you're going to teach it, you got to learn it.
That is true.
And basically that came from Dr. Perry. So he was like, I don't know, anybody.
No. It sounds like you suspended the progressive overload principle there and kind of ramped them up right into. Maybe there was a different purpose for that workout than.
I plead the fifth. So as I was saying, so basically you go. Basically, there's a section to find a trainer. You can go on there, choose the trainer, set up an appointment to do a free one-on-one orientation and strength chart session, and then you'll have 2 weeks of 3 classes a week for you to just get a feel about it. And normally we don't do this, but for your peoples, we're gonna, if you don't find it use for it, or if you don't, then basically you send it back, and we'll give you a free refund.
Wow.
But I'm pretty sure you will, so I'm not really worrying about that.
I am almost 100% sure nobody's going to send it back.
Yeah,
I'll give a little bit of feedback about what happened with me. So I'm 32 I'm going to be 32 years old, and I played basketball for quite some time. I got knee injuries, I got leg injuries, and I had taken some time off of basketball, and I started back, and I was training, and I told Marlon that, I'm playing in leagues, whatever, and I'm pretty good. I'm all right. I used the product for 2 weeks. And I promise you, this is not me gassing it up or anything. I was moving so fast. I was moving so fluid. I felt so good in my own body when I was playing the game. I felt as if I was a lot lighter. That's one. I was a lot lighter. I was a lot faster. I went to the basket with more confidence. I called him the next day, and we were laughing for like maybe like 15 minutes because he told me, he's like, this, trust me. He told me about it and I didn't believe him, but yo, dude, man, it was amazing. It was amazing because after the workout, you normally feel like, I guess after a workout, your body at the gym, lifting weights and whatnot, your body's all like, sore and whatnot. After doing the workout with Marlon, I didn't feel that sore. I felt good. I felt as if, like my body got a good stretch, and it wasn't, I wasn't overpowered. Even though the workout was difficult, the next day I didn't feel like, too drained. So that's my testimony about the product, man. Definitely worth it.
Wow.
So is it strength only, or, so somebody like myself had turned 50, menopause, is around the corner. And, I'm finding that I'm gaining weight around my midriff and especially around my butt. And so I am wondering, so is it just focused on muscle toning, or does it actually help with, that hard to lose weight that comes, when menopause is in play and all of that stuff?
I'll let Perry or Madeline answer that one.
I'll answer from my own experience because I'm right there with you. So the fact that your body is the anchor, your core is engaged all the time, so you will feel, all this area here get smaller and smaller, and pretty quickly actually. It's amazing.
Yeah, because when you're training in a gym, pretty much every exercise, other than arm, you're either your back is against something, or you're sitting on something, and your core doesn't need to engage for your bicep to use, or your shoulder or whatever. But when the bands are pulling your body to go left and it's pushing your hand right, like everything has to stabilize. So you end up, I believe, and I've lost quite a bit of weight working with the product as well, is that I'm using a bunch of different muscles that I didn't really think that I'm using, which is always a nice benefit.
So I'm going to be a little more sort of scientific, quote unquote, about it, and sort of be fair that what Marlon was just saying is typical of the exercises and so forth, what people end up kind of, doing in the gym, where they're not using the core as much, especially folks who are after more of an aesthetic result kind of thing. So they're not interested as much in kind of functional strength. I mean, when you look at athletes and how we train them and so forth, you can achieve pretty much everything that you can achieve with bands using other means. But I can't really think of any other modality, any other type of equipment, any other type of training that kind of brings together the package that this particular version of band training, because bands have been around forever, obviously. So the anchoring system that you have here on your own body brings in that additional benefit for a lot of the exercises, where if you were using, let's say, free weights and a bench, you wouldn't get that benefit. But a lot of it is how it does it conveniently. And for example, you're talking earlier about anchoring to the body and elsewhere. I mean, just from my own experiences, I've anchored it to a stationary bike quite often. And it also ties into what kind of exercise that you're getting. So in terms of cardio, so I'm doing what you would characterize as cardio, as aerobic exercise on the bike, and kind of doing the same thing with the upper body with very light bands, basically with the lightest band, as opposed to having to have a $5,000 to $10,000 piece of equipment, cross trainer, an elliptical trainer, or kind of a stationary bike with upper body cranking or push-pull kind of thing. So, and the versatility also of taking it on the go. So walking along, and then I think that was one of the first things that Marlon introduced to me about his use of it, basically going for a walk and at the same time doing resistance exercise, basically training your upper body for some strength while you at the same time you're doing kind of a cardio exercise with the brisk walking. So talk about cross training. I mean, it's packaged right there at very conveniently and without fancy equipment.
So I want to take that and I want to highlight it because there was a mention of after you purchase the OX1, you can meet with a trainer and you can have 2 weeks of training from that perspective. But we also talked about it being available for people at different levels, whether it's athletic or whether it's age or whether it's a certain point of where you are in your health journey, if you will. But for someone who has this at home, because as it said, it's a gym in a bag, as it says, right? Having a gym at home. And on top of that, you, Dr. Perry, saying that you attaching it to your bike so it can also be a complement to what you have in your home or your gym. But the utilization, do you guys have that available online? Like if I'm a novice and I come here and I'm kind of like, well, how do I use this to work on my back strength or my leg strength or what have you? Do you guys have guides for that? There's also, I guess, the classes that can continue. Can you speak a bit more about that continuity once someone's purchased an OX1?
Yeah, well, it's always best to have one of our instructors take you through things, but you can find everything online of how to use it. Each exercise, there's video tutorials. So and every different demographic, there's for each demographic on the web, there's a website section for each demographic. So if you're interested in the classes, then it's all about that. If you're interested in sports specific training, which is things we haven't talked about, because it's one of the things that is near and dear to my heart and Perry and and Damon, because we train athletes, so it's a great thing that you're able to do sports specific movements with the set on to make you more explosive and stuff like that. There's a section for rehabilitation and stuff like that. Again, that's more on Perry's side of what they should do. If they have questions and stuff like that, they can always send questions for Perry. So we try to make the site as educational as possible. So if you have any questions, we hopefully we laid it out that it's easy to navigate and find the answers you're looking for. But again, you can always hit the chat button and send a message, and somebody will get back to you.
And where that? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Gina.
No, right. So I'll finish to say that I think that's an interesting add-on to purchasing of this product, because there's many products out there that once you purchase, it's like, here's this little pamphlet and figure it out, right?
Yeah.
And try to figure out what they're doing, and that's on the assumption that you understand what your muscles are doing and what muscles supposed to, and some do. But if you're just someone who's like, oh, that looks great, and then you have it, and then all it's doing is collecting dust in the corner.
Yeah, that's. I mean, you say it, and it's such a pet peeve for me. Like I built this thing and I rebuilt it and I rebuilt it and I rebuilt it because I wanted to be like, bulletproof, and I wanted to work properly, and I wanted it to be as strong as and as safe as possible. And I did not want anyone to have it sitting under their bed. Like I tell people, if you buy it and you don't, if you buy it and you're the father of the family, you know what, your son can use it, or your daughter can use it, or your wife can use it. Like, I want people to be arguing about, no, I got to use it today, and like, whatever. Okay, well, let's buy another one. Okay. That's where I want to get it, because I don't want people to buy the product and let it sit. Because I put too much work into getting it to where it is, for me to know, oh yeah, we sold a whole bunch, but everybody's sitting at home and not doing anything. And for me, getting your internal in shape is a big deal for me. It's obviously spiritually and eating the right stuff, but being functional through your entire life is a big deal to me. So that's why I wanted to make something to help everybody all the time, you know.
And
We need an Empower Hour training session. Maybe we'll schedule an OX1 Empower Hour training session so that we can show the people.
Let us know.
No, that could be fun. No, but and honestly, no, as you're just getting ready to segue, but I do feel like we didn't spend enough time just making sure athletes understand what we're talking about right now. Because we are literally giving you guys a secret weapon. We're giving you guys the advantage. We're giving you guys that slight edge. We're giving you like this tool, the OX1. I've seen it. I've seen my son using it, and like again, we've heard Damon talking about it. But again, like the fact that you could train with the resistance, just simple, like things like jumping, like you're attaching these things to your ankles, to your waist. You're doing the workouts, you're doing the exercises, and you take the things off, you're flying. It's amazing to see. And I commend you and your entire team for putting it together. Now, how, for those who now have listened, they're excited, they're like, all right, you know what, I'm down to give it a shot, I'm down to try it. How do they connect with you guys? I know you just said you said Longlife Athletics. Is that the best way? Is there a contact? Is there email? Or just go on the website and that's it?
Yeah, the best way is to go to longlifeathletics.com and go through the process there. Again, there's if you want to send a message, there's ways to do that. You can hit the chat button and leave us messages if you need be. But that's the best way to get as much information as you're looking for is on the website,
And good. I'm on here right now. I'm seeing it. Nice website, by the way. Beautiful, guys. Definitely check out Longlife Athletics. You will be getting the promo code, so you guys, those who go on and make that purchase. I think the idea of us doing an Empower Hour workout session, I think it would be something that the people would enjoy participating in and watching us go through with this. So now you guys know how we get down. Now this has been fun, and I'm excited to hear the success stories. As our listeners are tuned in and they're plugged in, we want to hear back from you guys. We want to hear your experiences, how it has been using the OX1. Now you guys know like how we like to wrap up our parlay with the people segments. We like to leave our listeners with some empowering words. Now, you guys are a team. There's 4 of you guys, so I don't know if we're going to be blessed with 4 different empowering words, or if you guys, you guys going to huddle and come up with one.
We can make them short. Anybody have something to say?
Oh, when I heard what you first did with Damien, I'd say moderation.
Yes. Don't kill somebody. Be comfortable being uncomfortable, people. Use it. Even though you're shy, you're nervous, try it out. Try something new.
Yeah.
Positive changes.
Say again?
Positive changes.
Positive changes. And mine would be for the younger folks, you have the pleasure of not knowing what old age pains feel like. So but it will catch up with you. So take care of your body today so that your body takes care of you tomorrow, so that you live a long life.
Hey, I love that.
Marketing.
Nice close. Nice play on words.
Love the wordplay. Love that.
You gotta love that, right? You gotta love that.
My other nephew is a rapper, so I kind of
get
his.
Yeah, Uncle Marlon. Yeah, Uncle Marlon.
That's what it do. So guys, thank you all for being with us today on Parlay with the People, and for blessing our listeners who tune in every week to the Empower Hour. Again, wishing you guys huge success, commending you guys for the work that you put in, and just looking forward to this revolutionizing the globe and everybody's health. Just wishing you guys all the best.
Kings and queens, this was the Empower Hour with Farrell Freeman, Queen Kaya, and Gina the Great. We are on live every Sunday from 7 to 9 p.m. and broadcasting Thursday mornings at 7 a.m. on CKUT 90.3 FM. Hopefully you got your dose of entertainment, enlightenment, and empowerment. Subscribe and watch us on empowermtl.com and email us at empowermtl@gmail.com to anonymously be featured on our What's the Tea Mail segment. Stay blessed, black, and highly favored.